Check this out. I'm on this thing for real today. It's been a while since I've been out on the good old blue kayak. Hey, check this thing out. We have a praying mantis. Look, they're swimming. Look at that. Them things right here know how to swim. Look at my big feet in the way. Hold on, hold on, hold on. They're trying to get to the stick over here. They're trying to get to the tree of life. Oh no, they're trying to get on the kayak. Well, they kind of jumped in the water from the tree already. I guess praying mantis can swim. I mean, look, he's just chilling. You know how I like to save these bugs out here, these insects and all. Look at that. Swimming like a human being. Have you ever seen a praying mantis swim in the water? Hold on now, hold on. Yeah, he's asking for help. Let me go ahead and get him. Hold on. What a beautiful insect. No, they're not scary. It's life. We're just saving them from being eaten out here. I'm having a hand paddle back to the shore over here. The wind is helping out though. The wind is pushing us hardcore. Look at this. Oh dang, there's a little turtle too. That turtle's going to jump right in too. Ain't nothing like saving lives. I know one right here is going to be scared. Look at the little guy right there. I'm about to bump into this thing too. Sorry, little baby turtle. I don't mean to scare you like that. He hasn't jumped in yet. What you know about that? They got me paddling with the hands. All right, little guy. Let me go ahead and save your life. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Look, he's ready to jump off. Look at him, look at him, look at him. He just can't wait. All right. I know they can fly, I think. I haven't really seen one fly real time though. But we definitely saw them swim like a dang human being. That was crazy. Praying mantis, knowing how to swim. Why are these things always so blurry? I'm talking about the iPhone. Wonder what kind of snake that is. I guess it's just one of those brown water snakes. It's a little one too. Chilling on the rocks. They got ants crawling on them too. The big black ones, the carpenter ants. Not even bugging. Looks like I'm going to have to start grabbing things. Might as well go ahead and start grabbing it now when I come across it. I wonder how high the water's got out here the last week and a half when it rained so hard. All those days. Thank the Lord for the rain. I mean, to be honest with you, the waters are a little bit higher right now. But they're about to start emptying out these things in the next month and a half. I mean, they're going to have the boat ramp shut down in September, so This might be one of my last times out here. Yeah, look at that thing. A purple balloon. Make sure we don't have any snakes on the little tree right here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to reach that thing with the grippers, you know. Excuse my slurred speech. The tongue is kind of numb. I ate some red onions last night raw, and it's still sticking with me. I still have the onion breath, even though I use mouthwash and brush my teeth. That stuff sticks with you for a while, though. It does. I think I can reach it. The closer I get, the further they pull me back. Hold on, let me grab onto this branch. Let's be smart with this. It's weird. It's like the closer I get, the further I get pulled out. It's because my leg on the rock. It's purple. Potty balloon. Another potty. Probably came from Publix or something like that. Party store. Someone had some kind of celebration. Yeah. We're going to be celebrating today once I fill up the kayak. Making about 2 or 3 trips. 2 giant garbage bags each. Guess what I just found? Check this thing out. Yeah, you know, I was headed to get that can right there, that Ultra, Michelob Ultra. Hold on. But check this thing out. A Crown Royal bottle. Ain't nothing like those designs. Looks like something I would have dropped off. After drinking it, of course. Not the entire day. Dang, that's got some nice designs on it. You gotta love those Crown Royal bottles, for real. I mean, look at that. It looks very medieval. You're gonna say, Da Vinci, just go back to the liquor store and get you some more. Yeah, but trust me, it's been a while since I had some Crown Royal. I'm not a big drinker when it comes to liquor. I'm not. But we're not collecting this. We're gonna leave it out here. In hopes that it'll survive the hit, you know. And I'm not talking about a hit, you know, a negative hit when it comes to, you know, anything that's extremely destructive. I'm talking about like, it's in these rocks right here, guys. I gotta take it to a softer spot. Is it busted already? There's something ringing on the inside. That's weird. Let me go and grab this can real quick. And we'll take this Crown Royal bottle and take it to a softer spot where it can't be pushed into the ground. I mean, to the rocks over here. That would be a disaster if that thing were to break. It'd be nice to find it 1,000 years from now. Imagine that. One of the worst things you can imagine being out in places like this. Let me rephrase that. Heavenly places like this. Etowah River. Man, this thing fills up a lot of space in the bag. I can't stand coming across dang coolers. You know? Man. And I haven't even gotten started yet. I gotta go back to one of my stashes. A place, a nook, a corner. Where I didn't have enough bags like 2 months ago when I got to come back out and keep my promises to them out here, you know? No, I can't reach it. Dang it. You're going to say, get your lazy butt out of the kayak then. No, man. I'm saving my energy. You know how hard it is for an ancient human being to get up out of a kayak? At this age? I'm going to have like, invent like a... Hold on 1 second. Let me move their line work out here. Hold on. Look at me, playing around with the lines of nature. Their geometries. Of course, it's got to be filled with water, man. Go figure. We're fishing. Any boats, any boats, any boats. Nobody's coming. They usually, the closer I get to that face, that world famous face, is out here on the Etowah in the Licking-Moss. But the closer I get to it, boats just come from all directions. And they never see it. You always got to be back at a certain distance in order to see it. Heck, I saw it all the way from the other side of the river at like 8 o'clock one night, 2 years ago. It was getting darker than you know what out here. And I rubber net like crazy. They snapped my neck out here, trying to get me to see something. It was almost like they were tapping me right on the shoulder. But that was my last time out here that summer. I think it was like September or something like that. And I couldn't come back out here until the next spring. And you can believe the very first thing I did when I came out the following spring, in mid-April, was come right by to say hi. Let's go ahead and tell them thank you for being around. Give them an offering right into the water, fully intact bottle. Let's hope it never breaks. Cheers to you. Thanks laws in nature for forming their face, everlasting life. The life that always sees. Let's hope there's not going to be anybody out here on this side of things. For real though. Back in this backup zone on the right hand side. This is where I gotta begin the day off. I don't know how much more I gotta continue with out here though. All I got is 5 bags on me. You're gonna say 5 bags? That's a lot. That's a lot of garbage, Da Vinci. Come on now. 5 bags? 5 bags worth? I've collected at least 20 bags worth out here in the past, since April, I guess. About 20 bags worth out here. And that's not the worst of it though. It's not. There's a few places that are closer to the boat ramp, right across the river. that are just loaded down with garbage. It's much worse down there than it is up here. I'm just trying to get the easy spots first, I guess I'm trying to say. But there's nothing like that community service. Cleaning heaven. But $5? I mean, to be honest with you, these days, if only it was $5 worth out here, then I would be all caught up, wouldn't I? I mean, back then when they backed up the Lake Altoona, I mean, it probably took a good 35, 40 years for the stuff to start backing up. It didn't start getting bad until probably the late 70s with all the backup. And then you had the evolution of the bottled water. Everything started moving to plastic. The root cause of all the havoc out here when it comes to the nastiness, the pollution. I don't know if you can call glass pollution though. Same thing with metal. Because those things are not really garbage. I'm going to get what I can when it comes to the glass. But I'm going to leave a few. Fully intact glass bottles, that is. So that nature can take hold of those right there. Whatever I choose to leave out here. Just like the bottle I dropped in the soft part of the river. The Crown Royal bottle. Just like that one. Now see, if I found that thing in the woods, I would have left it higher up on a hill. So nature can take hold of it. To protect it. To hide it. For the next few thousand years. Well, dang. Crap. I totally forgot about this spot. Man. Last time I was here, there's like 35 plastic bottles up in here. I thought the water line was so much lower. I mean, because the hill just goes right up here at a steep angle. But then it drops back down right here where all the plastic bottles can collect. I mean, there's like 15 to 20 right up in here. It's all caught up in here, man. Dang it. It's almost like I can never get done with this. Who knows how much more has been, I'm not going to say planted, but placed out here since the last time I cleaned about 2 months ago. And I didn't even finish. I just put everything in a pile further up. So I can have everything in one spot, I won't be doing that today. I have to keep a promise. Besides, cleaning is fun for me. It is. The accomplishment, especially when it comes to cleaning nature. Let me go ahead and get started with this thing. Looks like we're going to fill our first bag right up in here. What a mess. Heaven deserves better. This is ridiculous. But I know what I did. I know exactly what I did now. It was about 7:45, and I already had like 4 garbage bags full out here. Way down there, and I walked over here, and I used this tree right here as a boundary. And I knew the stuff was out here, and I didn't have enough bags left. And I used that as a line. I got everything on that side of the down tree right here, up until like almost 8 o'clock. And I left everything on this side, knowing that I had to come back. But this is not all that I came back for. Definitely not, man. Not even a sound. Not even a bird singing. What the heck is going on out here? I'm definitely leaving these two out here though. Gotta toss them up higher. Can't believe it's already 2 o'clock out here. Not that it matters because I already planned to come out here today and clean up. I'm not going to say finish cleaning up. I'm just going to keep on going with it, no matter how long it takes. Can't believe this bag's almost full though. At least the other bags that I have, the other 5. Looks like I have 6, which is good. But the other 5 are the bigger ones, which will definitely come in handy. I might be able to cover more places out here. Hold on, let me get that stick off. Sticks are not garbage. Nature is not garbage. What an accomplishment. Yeah, no, I filled one bag already. It's about 90% full, but it's perfect when it comes to proportion of the garbage. That joker down there is about 95% full. There we go. That's a lot better. Got them placed about, I'd say 35 feet higher than the water right now, on a steep incline. Thought I saw something. Can't ever miss the reflection. This one happens to be plastic. I know what you're saying when it comes to that though. Tossing the desirable glass bottles that high. Giving it back to nature so they can hold on to it. Giving their materials back. In a different form, that is. We just altered it. They like the glass. Perfectly balanced. That's what I'm talking about. 1 down, 5 to go. Let's hope that this is only going to be the heaviest one of the day, because it weighs a ton. Due to the broken glass, that is. The bottles that are undesirable. No, I'm not headed back. I'm just going further up here. This is where the boatload is going to come from, up here. The stuff that I stashed a long time ago, like 2 months ago. That's one thing about this location though. I mean, I think there's some kind of makeshift trail from some subdivision right up on the hill. But it's a far distance from here. It's probably a quarter mile up on that hill. And you can see where people come down all the time from behind the subdivision. And they drop their garbage. Because they come out here and fish all the time. Let's hope they're not going to be out today. Here's a real deal spot right here. I got 5 bags worth. Last time I came out, Every last piece. Well, in this one zone for what I did that day. Not one single piece of garbage. I guess that's why it's so quiet out here. Nature's happy. Weird. I would be too. I mean, look, there's nothing out here. When it comes to the nasty stuff, that is. Just you wait. That's going to change over here. When you see my stash. Oh, dang. We got company. Man, they're going to be out of luck if they go too far. They're not going to be able to get out. They're going to get stuck. It's already pretty shallow up in here. And they got the big family boat. I mean, when it comes to be January, late December, through probably February, this place is dried up when they let the waters down. They're watching us. Let's get to work. Let's play it off. That's why you make treasure stashes. That thing only took about 3.5 minutes. Got a couple of Da Vinci style things I forgot about that I found out here. Look at this little joint thing, whatever it is. Piece of engineering for something. I mean, it could be a mountain for like a fishing pole or something. Off of a boat, look at that. I'm going to add that to my study stash. Stay tight. Patent pending. Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely adding this to my stash. You know, things to look at later, try to draw out, figure out what it could be used for. You know, something different. And then this thing right here, hold on. Looks like a UFO. What kind of storage container is this? I know there's probably nothing on the inside. Hold on, let me open it. Yeah, it had nothing in it. Go figure. Not my style. Was hoping it would have had something in it, but this thing right here, what the heck am I going to do with this? It fills up an entire half a bag. I guess I'm going to have to break it down. I'm going to have to make it smaller. Because this thing here, not only that, it weighs a lot. nothing but glass up here. And another light bulb. Look at that. That's like the fourth one out here. I gotta take the light bulbs though, because they're too fragile. I mean, look at all this glass out here. Glass being this high means it's old. From like the 60s through like the 80s. I can't take it though. I mean, if it's over 50 years old, you can't take it. You break up the archaeological record when it comes to the monumental stuff. At least it's got a design on it. I mean, this is like some kind of drainage ditch from landscape. So when the water's back up over time, stuff gets pushed through here and backed up in here. I'm looking for the plastic. I'm just rearranging the glass. Another condiment jar. Bottle. It's not a jar. Just a reminder, it's not garbage. Glass is not garbage. The older it gets, the more beautiful it gets. And the more desirable it is when it comes to finding it later. Plastic, on the other hand, heck no. There's a crap load on the other side of the drop off over here. I mean, there's probably 3 bags worth on that side. I better get moving. I think somebody's coming back. Definitely desirable in heaven's eyes. A green one. But definitely not my worst nightmare. Which is what? An antifreeze container. Dang, do they ever take up a lot of space. In the garbage bag, that is. And they also take up a lot of space out here. Dang, would you look at this design? Man, look at that. Boy. Another great find. 4/5 of a quart. 4/5. Never seen something like that before. You talk about old school. About to carry this thing higher. I know you're probably always questioning why I do certain things in my videos like this. Well, cleaning is normal for me. It is. But like the glass bottles being tossed higher up on the hills and stuff like that. I mean, I'm always fearful for something that's going to happen that's going to be bad. When it comes to our world. Where's my kayak at? Let's hope it's not floating deeper out. I don't need to be getting stuck in waist-high silt. How the heck am I going to clean if I were to get stuck? Where's that blue thing at? Oh, I see it. Okay, it's there. It's there. No worries. But I know I told you before in my videos, I'm not a doomsday type of guy. I'm just trying to keep it going. For good, not for bad, you know. But I'm always fearing the worst. And it's almost like there's got to be a lot of us to help things get better, you know. And there's always ways to make it get better. Oh, crap. Dang. Let's hope I have enough bags for this zone right here. Dang it, look at all that crap. Sounds like they're moving just as slow as I am. But they're chilling. I'm working. Never been this far before. Makes me wonder though. I mean, what if this is like a stash from the Native Americans? Look at all the quartz rocks. I mean, it could be from the farming days, you know, back in the 30s, back before they backed up the lake. This is just one of those typical rock stashes. You know, fieldstones and stuff just piled up. I bet that's what that is. But if it was from the native times, right next to the river, this is not the river. This used to be all land a long time ago. Up into like the 1950s, 1960s. On the other side of that little strip of land right there, that's the river. I'm looking around, making sure nobody's just rowing up here, paddling up here. A lot more to get. There's a big stash up here, man. At least it's only 3:30. But how many times? How long is it going to take me to paddle back? 2, maybe 3 times. 3 trips. At least it's only Saturday. If I decide to come back out here tomorrow, after I go get more garbage bags, man, more garbage bags. Crap. At least I get the points for all these. And then some. Back to making my little stashes. Well, not really little. They grow to be a much larger size. I don't want to be disappointed out here though when I come around this corner. It doesn't look too good already. I mean, there's like 10 bottles right here in the styrofoam stacked up. Yeah, it's going to be getting worse, I tell you that much. I'm not going to be done anytime soon. Definitely thinking about coming back out here tomorrow. But I'm just going to work until dark. Get as many bags as I can out of here. Another light bulb. It's a clear one. No time to keep on walking. Gotta make the time to clean. Gotta make sure I don't miss anything. That's the hardest thing about pine zones. It's either gonna be right on the surface or deep under, like this treasure. I'm just organizing it at the moment. But that's one thing I forgot to tell you about the game. The game that they say out here is my game. You're playing your game. They said it 3 times in 3 separate videos over the course of I'd say the last 4 years. Yeah, the last 4 years. Your game. You're playing your game. You get points for each piece that you collect. Deep out in heavenly spots, you got to go out looking for it. And you receive points added towards the next life, that is. Wonder what my point collection is now. To be carried on over to next life. Well, not really carried over, just a different kind of life. But that's one thing I forgot to tell you about the game. When it comes to taking care of Mother Nature and Father Nature, cleaning up, making sure that the little ones out here will always be free and not have to break this crap down. Spend their time, energy breaking it down. I see it all. Even the styrofoam under the pine straw. But that's one thing I forgot to tell you about it. Everybody's going to be fighting when it comes to this game. After you watch these videos, that is. Everybody's going to want to go out and clean up heaven. And everybody's going to be out there fighting for every last piece that they can get their hands on to dispose of it the right way. Crap. I've said that probably 3 times in the past 25 minutes. There's another one of these things out here. Well, not just out here. Everywhere I go, I always come across one. And it's so difficult to pick these things up because it's probably going to be broken in 384 pieces. The dang puzzle pieces. Not fair. It's going to be so time consuming. Let's hope it's just a few pieces though. Can't say that about the garbage though. And there's another light bulb. Where they come from, I don't know. Yeah, there's just way too much out here. I've already made like 5 stashes that I'm going to definitely try to get out of here today or just load up the garbage bags. I mean, there's already a little stash in certain locations though. Everything's close by each other. I'm just going to take a quick walk around, see what I'm in for on this side of things. Let's hope it's not going to be overwhelming. Please. They're going to say it's your fault. I know this is kind of a waste of time. I'm just assessing the damage. This crap just keeps on going. Let me go ahead and secure the kayak, get a couple more bags, and start making more stashes. It's amazing how close I am to the kayak. The scale of the trash pile, though, that stretches along the bank makes it feel like it's further away. I can even see the red bucket from here. I mean, I can underhand a baseball that far. I mean, just the scale of the trash over there. How many bottles there are. All the garbage makes it seem like it's 3,000 feet away. And it's not. It's only about a couple of hundred. What a mess. Heck yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Check this thing out. What a discovery. It's exactly what I was talking about earlier when it came to stumbling upon the rocks right here. Exactly what I talked about. Get a load of this discovery. I knew there had to be something out here just like this. An old farm plow, field plow. Check that thing out. No, I can't take it. It's illegal. This is federal land. It belongs to the Army Corps of Engineers. It's their land out here. But look at that masterpiece. Dang. Gotta take a reference picture. Not in the hand. On the land. Hey, that rhymed. Can't just leave it here, though. I gotta carry it higher up on hill. What a perfect find. It's a different kind of artifact. This thing's probably well over 80 to 90 years old right here. Well, if not, it probably dates back to like the late 50s. What a great, fabulous discovery today. Man. I know you experts out there can look at that and figure out the date on this thing. GDS. Quite a masterpiece when it comes to human history out here. I know it'll be totally destroyed in the next, 150 to 200 years. Maybe 300. Who knows how much time we got left when it comes to this. And no, I'm not going to take it. I promise you that. It's going right up there. Somewhere. Man, have I ever made some great progress in only 30 minutes. This is the challenge for tomorrow. This entire zone. And I know it's going to take an entire day to clean if I got it here at like 9 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Yeah, I'm organizing it like I always do. Making my world famous stashes. So it only takes like 3 minutes to load it up in a garbage bag. I'm looking around. I've never been this far out here before. And I'm still close to the kayak. I mean, I can get back to the kayak in less than 11 seconds. It's weird how time and distance works out here. It's amazing what we have to climb through just to get something. Well, every little piece counts in large amounts. Yeah. Making some serious progress. For real. I have to come back tomorrow. Well, I plan on coming back anyway. What I see is what I have to get. Make no mistake. Make no excuses. I won't be saying things like, I'll get what I can get. I have to get everything. Even that counts. Just you wait. It's going to be a heavenly game indeed. Talk about the Olympics. Everybody's going to be going out looking for the game pieces, the points to rack up in heaven. You'll be clean before you know it. Perfectly clean. Heavenly clean. But that's one thing about the game that I'm worried about too. About the violence that might come from it. Everybody's going to be fighting for the garbage. It's going to be like a football game out here. Rugby. That's my bottle. There's going to be people diving all over the place. Like Jen Edmonds. Ozzie Smith. Diving for all the garbage. Yeah. But like I told you this before, in probably a video, it's probably not going to be uploaded until 2027, 2028. After it's scheduled. It's like the almighty game is what? The battle. What kind of battle? To show God who loves them most. And this is just part of the game. Ain't nothing like feeling loved, for real. Dang. Well, it's an adventure every single time. Let's see how fast I can paddle back. Maybe I have time to get the next trip in. I got the bags up on the hill behind me just in case I can't make it back if I don't have enough time. It's already 6:15. It takes a while to get this stuff, stabilized on this thing. Let's go. I swear, this is like the most uncomfortable crap you could ever imagine. The heck do I get myself into trying to clean up heaven? Imagine if they saw us. They're gonna think Da Vinci's crazy. There's no way. There's no way I can go back and get the other ones. It's already 7:02. Granted, it's only taking me 30 minutes to get this far. Only 30 minutes. So you're looking at probably close to 40 minutes each trip. No playing around. Not today. I'm going back. Gotta go for that second trip. Accomplished a lot today. Still coming back tomorrow. But I definitely need to be dropping off 6 bags at the trash compactor. I would definitely feel like a failure if I didn't go back and get the 3 bags. The last 3 bags. $7.50. So glad I decided to come back. For real though, that's how much light we got left. Check that out. What a great decision I didn't back out. For real. Look, they're speaking forward. They're speaking through me, guys. Thank the Lord I didn't back out. They're probably telling me I shouldn't back out of a parking space within the next week or so. I'm gonna have to look behind me to make sure I don't back out, you know? Let's go ahead and get these things, load these things up. But I'm still coming back tomorrow. They're watching. But I definitely got to keep this in mind. These bags are bigger than the little ones with the yellow ties. You know, the stretchy ones. A lot bigger. The heck do I get myself into? Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Look what I have in my lap. Well, not really in the lap. In between the legs. Man, what do I do to myself out here? Trying to pick this place up, man. You guys crazy. Dang, what the heck is that? Looks like somebody followed my lead. There's a stash of something else next to my bags. What the heck is going on up here? I'm almost to the boat ramp. It's like right here. I'm enjoying this scenery. What a beautiful night. And I'm coming right back tomorrow. I had to gauge the time. It's about 9 o'clock right now. So I still have enough time if I stayed out. Oh crap, I'm going past the boat ramp. I'm too caught up in the heavenly scene. Ain't nothing like cleaning heaven. Janitor of heaven. See you tomorrow.